So this is the iPad version of my dashboard. We look on the left over here, we have weather. Now, under the weather tab, we're going to have our model data that comes from Terrier. So, for example, we have wind at 10 meters. This is a blend of the GFS, HRRR, real-time mesoscale analysis. We have a time slider down here to look at the past and the future. You can click here now to go to the present, 2 hours, 4 hours. Now you can select based on the specific model, whether that's the GFS, HRRR, and then down here we have radar data. So this is your MRMS composite radar for the entire country. Now under conditions, this is where we have our turbulence data. So this is NOAA's graphical turbulence guidance data. And we have the data from the surface up till 45,000 feet. As you can see, it is represented by this shading here. So the darker, the more extreme the turbulence is. We have time slider, so we can see how that turbulence is going to progress. Or we can slide the altitude to see the verticality of that turbulence. Now we can look at this turbulent patch over northeast Texas. Just a quick little verification. If we go to our composite radar, we have weather going on, which makes sense. Let's turn that back off and let's go back to our conditions. We have pilot reports. Now these are live reports that pilots make while they're flying. Let's click on this one. This was a Boeing 737. 42 minutes ago, they reported moderate chop at 28,000 feet. And we also have station weather. So this is METAR wind barbs at major airports. So if we click on the one here in OKC, we can see the flying conditions are VFR, all this information. Next, we have the flights panel. And in here, you can just kind of see all the different flights. I still have to integrate FlightAware, so you can click on the flight and get their information. But I did add a feature to filter by airline, so we can do American Airlines, for example, or we can do general aviation. Next, we have this cross-section tab, which is still under development, which actually comes into play here. So you could import a flight plan. Now, I do not have a flight plan handy, but we can do a simple Dallas to Los Angeles. We can set our information for our flight if we did not upload a flight plan, and it will analyze your route. Now, what it does here is it looks at the forecast turbulence data, and it creates this 2D profile, and it kind of shows you your conditions along. Now, as you can see, this starts us off already at 34,000 feet and goes all the way. So this is something that needs to be refined, and eventually I plan to put it in the cross-section area. But then over here on the right, we have just basic information about weather at your destination and your departure airports. That's about it for now. There's still a lot of tweaking to do, but I'm happy with where we're going, and thanks for watching.